welcome to my Quinceanera YouTube channel. Today's video is 15 tips for a quinceanera. These are things that I have learned through experience or that I have learned through speaking with other quinceaneras. I hope you like this video and it gives you some very helpful tips. First tip is when you're going to get your eyebrows done, I would definitely suggest going with threading versus wax, because you may be allergic to wax and you may react in very red and bumpy all over your forehead. Versus threading, it is a little painful, but you're not going to be allergic to thread, so that's a plus. My next tip is when you're practicing your vaults, if you plan on doing your vaults the day of your quinceanera with your heels, I would suggest putting them on for practice, every single practice if you can. And also if you're doing any type of stunt or just in general, I would practice it with your crinoline or hoop skirt so you get to feel how big your dress is gonna be. And that way if they're lifting you up, your chambelanes will know how big it'll be and if it's gonna get in the way or not, so that way they get a hint of what it's gonna be like the day of the quinceanera. My third tip, now that you're planning your quinceanera, this is your welcome to adulthood for the Latino tradition. And with that, like I've said before, it comes with responsibility. And this tip is for you quinceaneras. When you're facing your professionals, if there's something you're uncomfortable with or that you don't like, don't be afraid to say no. Speak out. You have a voice. It's this time that you start using it and start standing up for yourself, what you believe in and what you would like for your quinceanera to have and as it to be. My next tip is to keep a quinceanera organizer. I made a video on how to make one, so I'll put the link on the video or in the box below. The quinceanera organizer is a binder where you will keep all your receipts, your contracts, and images of things that you're inspired by for your quinceanera. This will be really useful, so in case you're wondering how much you owe a certain vendor or what your budget is looking like. Also, it'll be very useful after your quinceanera when you still have to receive things from, like example, deposits you have to get back from halls, or if your photographer still needs to give you some photos and videos. It'll be very good to have all of those very important papers in one safe place. So next tip. When you're going to have your quinceanera, it's tradition to have you give a speech to your guests. This speech, I would suggest preparing it beforehand. The day of your quinceanera, you're going to be really emotional. You may not know what to talk, or if you get nervous in front of crowds, it will be useful for you to practice your speech and have it written out. You can always have it typed out and give it to your dad or mom to hold on to it so they can give it to you when it's time to give your speech. In your speech, you should say something along the lines of how you're thankful for the quinceanera day and you're thankful for your parents, and also thanking your guests for coming to celebrate this very important day with you. So basically it's like a very thankful speech. A quinceanera is only a few short hours, so a good way to make your event last a little bit longer is planning an after party. So this after party you can do with just your friends and your quinceanera court. And some ideas are having some pizza at your house after your quince and watching movies, or renting like a limo and party bus and going around town and, you know, stopping at like Denny's or In-N-Out to grab some food. So it's just a good way to have your day last a little bit longer than it would have if you didn't have an after party. Next tip is a skin tip. So for your quinceanera, you really want to have the cleanest skin possible for your photos and video and the day of your quince. A good way to do that is to stay away from greasy foods, and for example, like I love chocolate, so I have to stay away from chocolate because that's what makes me break out. You should do this at least like a month before. That way your body isn't generating too much oils, because that's what causes breakouts. Also, always wash off your makeup before you go to sleep. Even if you're really tired, just think, like, if you don't wash it off, all that dirt and that gunk will stop your skin from breathing, and that's what causes even more breakouts. So make sure you do those two things. Next tip. So You should plan to have your hair styled and your makeup done before your quinceañera as a trial. That way you know for a fact what type of hairstyle you want for your quince day, and so your makeup artist has any type of makeup that she needs specific to your skin type. The good way to make sure this doesn't go to waste is to coordinate it with your photographer, so you can take either your quince pictures or the invitation pictures if you want to send pictures with your invitation. Next tip is practice putting on your full quinceañera outfit before that day. Before, quinceañera dresses used to be like one piece and a zipper and you were done and out. Now you have two pieces. You have the corset backing, you have the hoop skirt or the crinoline you have to wear. Practice putting it on. Trust me, you want to do this so your parents, who are probably going to be the ones helping you get dressed, will know what to do first. So make sure you do, for example, you have to do the bottom part first before you do your corset, to make sure that the skirt is underneath the corset and not over it, because that would not look nice. And you don't have any idea like how much work it is until you actually try it. So try it, at least a week before, or whatever time you can, give it a try, and help, whoever's going to be there to help you, so they know how tight you want your corset, how high you want your hoop skirt, all that good stuff. Music is the life of the party, but it also can depend on your DJ and what music they like. So to avoid any bad things happening, I would suggest making a playlist for your DJ, and these can include songs that you like, or like English music, Spanish music. El Caballo Dorado is really popular, but sometimes the DJs forget to play it. So having a playlist will help you prevent that, and making sure there's good music on at your quinceañera that you like to dance to, and your guests will like to dance to also. The day of your quinceañera is going to be crazy. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a little hectic. So try making a quince day itinerary. Set the times that you need to be woken up. You need to have breakfast, have your makeup done by a certain time. Make sure you have your dress put on. You're arriving to your ceremony on time, because a lot of ceremonies, if you're there like 15 minutes late, they cancel your ceremony. So a good way of doing this is have a quince day itinerary. Have alarms on your phone, that way you know what you should be moving on to next, and try to be as organized as possible. There's gonna be things that happen, the makeup artist is gonna get stuck in traffic, or people don't know how to put on your dress because you didn't practice it. So just try and take precaution and relax that day. If you have more time, it's always better than having less time and trying to squeeze everything in. To also make sure that you minimize that stress is have everything you're gonna wear as in jewelry together in a box. So have your earrings, have your bracelets, have any necklace you're gonna put on, have it together in a box. For example, like mine. So a little box like this with all your quinceañera jewelry is gonna give you a huge headache from forgetting to put on your earrings or your rings or any type of jewelry you want to wear that day. My next tip is, if you can, hire an event planner. There's two different types. So you can either hire an event planner for your entire quinceañera, so from day one that you start planning until the end, or you can hire an event planner for just the day of your quinceañera, so just from that morning to that evening, and she can take care of the itinerary and make sure everything's moving along. If you can, I would hire one from the beginning. My last tip is actually really important, and it helped me a lot out, and I know it's helped a lot of quinceañeras. Just like you're gonna have an itinerary for you as a quinceañera, make an itinerary for your damas and chamelanes. So there you can include the outfit you want them to wear, the type of shoes you want them to wear if you want them matching, the time they need to be at your house before the limousine picks up, because there is going to be photo and video at your house, so don't forget that. You can also put a reminder to make sure they bring money in case you guys go, to eat or to the mall. And it's a good place to put addresses. So put your home address, the church address, the park address if you can. So some parents want to go take pictures so they know where you're going to be at, and your hall address. It'll be a sheet that you can hand out to them like a week or two before your quinceañera. That will relieve a lot of stress, because now you know that every dama and every chambelán knows what their responsibilities are, knows what they have to wear, and it'll be one less stress that you have to deal with that day. Please make sure you like this video, thumbs it up, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on quinceañeras and helping you guys plan. Don't forget to visit my website and my Instagram and follow me. If you have any questions, comments, go ahead and post them below. I love reading them. So thank you guys so much and have a wonderful day.